One of the big secrets to achieving your goals is to not tell anyone. Make your goals personal goals. Don't tell anyone. Talk is cheap. Make your goals for you. Don't do them to impress others. You gotta do your goals according to what makes you happy and what gives you peace of mind. When you make your goals for others, if they don't work out, you may not love them anymore. They won't be your dreams, your thoughts. It won't be your thing. My fiscal goals, despite my stroke, are what keep me going. I haven't worked for 14 months, but I'm still doing okay. I'm 49. I'm still like in the 84th, 85th, 86th percentile of Americans. I think I'm going to be okay as long as I stick to my plan. I track my bills. It's mostly health insurance. I don't mainly use one credit card. No one outsaves me. No one. Not even when I was working my last job that sucked. It was a blue collar job. And no one worked more overtime than I did. I would budget multiple times a week. I wouldn't eat out. I'd read the stock market. I worked so much overtime. I bet I took like between 94 and 96% of all the overtime that they offered that no one else really wanted. Occasionally, I'd get a new hire that needed overtime, but I'd end up teaching them, doing a lot of the work. My one splurge was Cubs games. If it was a giveaway or like a bobblehead. This is how pathetic and how much of a loser I was. I would start work at 5, work the overtime, work all day, get on a big mower, mow the field, then get back, prep paint, stripe soccer fields, prep all the baseball fields, stripe any cricket fields, and then at 3:15 to 3:30, we get out 3:30. I'd go to Costco and get the hot dog combo, sometimes a slice of pizza or the churro back then when it was still around. And I'm like, well, if I eat here, I could save like $20 at Wrigley. Then I'd hop on the red line, and then I'd go to the Cubs game. I'd always go through the third base entrance nearest the Addison stop, because that was the smallest line, and you'd almost get 100% odds at a bobblehead if you go early. That's how much of a loser I was. And I'd fall asleep by like the 5th, 7th inning, then I'd go home. But back to your goals. I always wrote my goals down. I took baby steps. I took every opportunity. I'd work 6 days a week, every week, sometimes 7 if it was really bad. Snow removal, special events, weekends, special projects, garbage that no one would want to do. We had this thing called Pooch Park. It was a dog park, and that park would be full of cans, full of shit. And you know what? I would do it. I'm like, what the hey? No one else is gonna do it, and it's time and a half. No bosses around. I don't have to rush, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a good job, and it's just part of the process. It sucks, but it builds character, and I'm gonna be able to retire early and reach my goals earlier. One thing I hated was sod. I would sod entire soccer fields and football fields, and it sucked. And paint machine. But that's it. 23 soccer fields, 3 cricket fields, 13, 14 baseball fields, 3 football fields. Write my goals down. Baby steps. I knew my strengths and my weaknesses. I would sacrifice so much so I could take it easy later. every single day. Boring, a loser, repetition since COVID. And I think that's what put me to a stroke, having the stigma of a blue collar job and kind of being embarrassed, but you gotta do it. And was it worth my health? No. Did I have a lot of crazy coworkers who were so lazy? Yes, I did. And one thing I'll never forgive is I remember the head superintendent. I won't mention his name, but he'd always like give the promotions to like the girl he found attractive. You know, like, dude, you're like 15, 20 years older than her and you're married and you have 2 kids and you're just like flirting with the same girl every day who's just so lazy, who doesn't go and just sits on the desk, doesn't do her job, but like you gave her so many promotions. And I hope you have a terrible life. Hope you have bad karma. What goes around comes around, but that's how you do it. I kept my goals to myself. None of my coworkers probably know that compared to the average American, I'm pretty well to do. I'm not filthy rich, but I'm getting close to the top 3% of the world, because I kind of lived a boring, repetition, really loser life since COVID, when I lost the good dream job. Thank you for listening to my loser rant. I had to get this out of me. Have a great day. I hope you have a great day and be safe.